Hello, faithful viewers. Welcome back to another episode of No Budget, the show for filmmakers with no budget by filmmakers with no budget. I'm your host, Milo Dennison the Great. With me is, of course, Mr. Adrian Heffernan, the Wonderful, and joining us for his first time on the show is Mr. Andrew Luigi. Andrew Leger. And we're going to call him Andrew
Andy.
the New.
How about Andy?
Andy the New?
Andy's simple.
Andy can do.
Thanks for
Sure.
your support. I appreciate
problem.
it. I need it sometimes, Milo.
Welcome.
I knew this was going to be an awkward moment, you know?
All right.
You know what makes it awkward is you're lower than me right now.
What?
I feel like
Is it kind of creepy?
it is a little bit. Maybe I think compensating for that helps, right?
Yeah.
Size and everything,
I
right?
feel better all of it.
So before the show gets out of hand, so I guess I should address anybody who's been watching the show. We do have a new set. Be sure to leave a comment. Tell us what you think, if you like it or not compared to the old set. But only leave a comment if you like it.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is actually if you watched a little clip that we put on YouTube of the setup of the old set took forever. We had to move furniture into the room. It was this big hassle. So we've decided to make it a little bit simpler, a little bit easier to set up. And then also, if you've
Got
watched
a nice
it,
little podium.
yeah, a little podium
it's
there.
kind of got a bit of more of a professional kind of touch about
It does.
that we
can
can't
make
make
notes.
noise on because the sound people
It's like
will
late
hear
night
it.
furniture almost,
It's
like
what for?
Yeah.
late night furniture.
it
You know,
And
it's almost like an end table to a
Late
late
night,
desk.
late night with Milo
I don't
Dennison. It's
think
kind of
so.
sleazy
Yeah.
show. It's kind of
Like we couldn't afford Johnny Carson's desk, but we could afford his end table.
I don't think we're going to let you on the show anyway. Yeah, and also addressing some of the sound issues. We're not using the lapel mics anymore just because they cut out a lot. We had problems with them. And the thing to think about is we're no-budget filmmakers in the sense that we shoot on location a lot. So all the microphones we have are directional boom mics,
Yeah.
which are not necessarily mics for in a studio.
No, they certainly are not.
So we're making do with what we got.
Yeah,
For the
an
rest of the
intro
Yeah.
with a bit of an excuse as well. Like I like that you kind of explained why.
Well, just in case anybody wonders,
Yeah.
anybody watching the show, they're like, oh,
We've got some issues.
what's going on? What's going on with you guys?
Transparency is everything,
Yeah,
isn't it?
people love
I mean,
that these
They
days,
do.
you know?
Transparency is. You are.
Andrew,
Uh-huh.
or Andy, tell us about yourself. You used to be a film and video editor a bit,
I
right?
did, yes. I was a television film editor for a number of years. So I wanted to, I suppose, when I graduated college, my father had passed away, and I wanted to do something
Sorry,
different.
give us the brief version.
But I am giving the brief version. Yeah, well, you thought I was going to go off on this diatribe.
Well, I know you, so
Oh,
I know how you
This
did
is
that.
a beautiful emotional opening, and you're a fucking bastard.
There's personal growth in everything, I think, you know.
Sorry. No, I didn't mean like,
You did mean it that way.
No, I
Milo.
didn't.
You
I
were
just
like,
meant like
you're just going to
in
go on
case it
forever.
started to get
Can
long,
we just
just
speed
like
it up?
a heads up. No.
So, in 500 BC,
Yeah.
My people.
So
my
sorry.
people, yeah, my people.
So continue.
So I wanted to do something different, and I decided that I thought I would have liked to be behind the camera, actually. Again, I was looking for an angle that could make money that I could be in front of the camera because I always loved acting and doing stage work and stuff like that. And I put together a CV, and I just spoke a ton of accolades as to what I could and could do, especially with a lot of computer work because I had a lot of background in computers from childhood. And
See, you could tell it's gonna go.
no, but
Oh, I'm
it's
sure you had the computers and the acting.
I was-
There's
I
going
was
to be
just
some
about to
great
finish.
story where he
Yeah.
gets his RoboCop gig, or I don't
Okay.
know.
Sorry, keep going.
Well, I sent out the stuff, right, and one cinematographer called me back, and he was literally getting in a truck to become I think he was becoming a general manager of a
Truck
news
driver?
set or something. No, he actually was a successful cinematographer in Denver, but he was moving to Cincinnati or something to be I don't know, for network programming, something in news. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, he saw my CV and he said, "Why don't you go to this new Avid school that had," and you know what Avid is, right? It was an industry standard for a long time. And he suggested, just go
Does
to the
anybody
school.
still use Avid?
Yeah, I'd say they do, actually.
There
I
are some
was
avid
looking-
users of Avid.
Yeah, I actually saw a woman today on Facebook who's an editor here in town, and she had Avid behind her in the little press interview. So, like,
Like she had it up on her computer, or she just
No,
had
it
like a
wasn't-
box of the software that like sits on her shelf from when she bought it 10 years ago.
Was it a company that was particularly unsuccessful and was desperately trying to get another editing piece of software? Oh my god, we're still using Avid.
I found Avid to be actually fantastic, and then I really fell in love with Final Cut Pro for a long time there. But if anything, I would go back to Avid. Actually, believe it or not, I really like Avid. I've always loved Avid. But you know, I mean, I know how it is these days. I'm very much out of the loop in what's new and what's current. I mean, I think you expressed to me at one point that Premiere is much more affluent these days. And
Yeah, it's made by this company called Adobe.
A small creative company trying to get a
Adobe?
foothold in the industry.
Adobe?
Yeah.
They don't want to do anything Flash.
Yeah.
They just want to, make solid.
So it's not all coded in Pascal and Fortran.
Yeah.
It's not old school coding language. Oh my god.
No, I think it's great, and I hope people use Avid because I think there needs to be competition in any market, and so you've got Adobe and Apple, and then so it'd be nice, Avid users and whatever else.
What was the issue though? There was an issue with Final
Windows
Cut Pro
Media
recently though.
Well, was there?
There was something with Final Cut Pro where they kind of scrubbed in their latest version. They scrubbed a certain set of formats that isn't applicable now. I can't remember what it was. They did something that a bunch of editors. I mean, like again,
Dumb down that program a bit.
I don't know what they did, but like you know how Apple
It's an
sometimes
Apple product.
removes something.
They're made for 10-year-olds.
Yeah, but do you know how like
I love how open you are.
In my opinion
don't
of
come
Apple.
like with your blinkers on or
You know what's the
anything.
problem? I'm the worst because I own stock in Apple. You think I'd be like, Apple's the best company in the world. Everybody should buy Apple products.
I've been a loyal Apple user since 1979.
Yeah,
I think we've had this discussion, have we not?
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, my first computer was an Apple IIe.
Yes, we did have this conversation.
There you go. See, I don't want to go off now into any long story. I know you want to hear about it, but
Well, I mean,
he doesn't want to hear about it.
Okay.
I'm interested in people. I'm a people person,
That's lovely. That's very good.
At least that's what I
I'm
tell
not.
people when I'm trying to get money out of them.
Yeah,
I'm
Let me
really
get my
interested in telling
wallet.
your story.
no interest in people at all.
None.
None. They're
None.
awful. So we should get to a subject here.
We probably shouldn't pick a subject.
So we usually
Porn.
have something that we bring on the show. It's okay that you don't. You're new. That's why you're Andy the new.
Why do I feel like I just
is-
rolled up in a short
It's
bus?
so fucking patronizing. It's okay that you don't today, but you can bring something for show and tell next week.
My God,
you want, you
I
can
feel
just-
like you just short bust me. I really do.
Well, that's why you're in the shorter chairs.
No, he's shorter than me, definitely right now. Yeah,
Um,
well, in height, you compensated for it. Yeah, duck. That's good.
What do you got? You want me to go first, or you want to go?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh my
what
God,
do
are
you
you
have?
gonna
What do you have
beat
for
me?
us?
That's what happens. I was going to say, color grading was my topic.
yes.
I was just going
Good
to say,
topic.
is it something you should consider kind of DIYing? Because we all know that, DaVinci Resolve, you can get a free version of DaVinci Resolve now. You can do it in After Effects. You can even do some kind of basic kind of color amendments. Well, I suppose in Premiere, but really After Effects is where you go for kind of grading.
Right.
Well, or Adobe. No, it's not After Effects. It's
Quick grade.
is that what it is? Adobe's product?
Quick
Speed grade. Speed grade.
grade,
Yeah.
yeah.
Speed grade.
Okay, so is it something, I suppose if you're shooting, we're all shooting with these really flat profiles now, like Cine style and that. If you're shooting with those profiles, you really need to do something with that footage afterwards. So, should you grade yourself or do you need a pro?
Yeah, I do have an opinion on this.
Yeah, you have an opinion on everything.
I recently shot a little skit, and I had it on the Cine style
Yeah.
profile, and you did have to color grade it after, and it's really frustrating because I suck at color grading. And I honestly think if you want to have a professional looking product, you probably should send it for color grading.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those areas that it's worth spending a little bit of money. You could color grade on your own, and if you become an expert on it, great, and then you can charge people for it. But for me, it's like, okay, I've got to learn Premiere, I've got to learn all this stuff, and you can only store so much in this little head of mine. And
But we're a no-budget show.
yeah,
So,
totally.
what does that mean? Does that mean then that you
means that-
abandon all of that and you just shoot with a camera profile that's got contrast, that's got punch,
I think so.
and feck the highlights and feck the shadows, and you're not getting the best image out of your equipment?
I don't know, Andrew.
Andy? Andy, what do you think?
Well, I come from a lucky age that when I was an editor, we had big budgets. Like, we had everything to go to the colorist. So we would go to post houses and do colorist work. And, a lot of my stuff was shot on 35 millimeter film, so like reel to reel. And like, it was really wonderful stuff. Like, to go and sit in a colorist and watch them work and change something to make it actually look amazing.
I've
It's
seen
skills,
some,
yeah.
shots of people grading, this dull flat footage, and all of a sudden it just comes to life.
Do you know what's a great example of a colorist's work that's actually in cinematography is that movie Timothy Green, I think it is, or something. It was a Disney movie, and it was about a little boy that actually grew from the earth to two parents that wanted a child desperately. And the child actually grew as a form of a wish from seeds and became a real boy, but
I've never heard of this.
It's a phenomenal movie. Like, it's a very beautiful it's a nice movie. Like, it's pleasant, it's nice, and it's a good story. But the beauty of the colorist in that, whoever that was in that film, did an outstanding job at some, well, probably with an interchangeable mix of CGI too involved in it. But like, it was very well done because the film starts off in dark colors on purpose, and the moment that Timothy becomes involved in their lives, the world starts to lighten up for them. Yeah. And the colorist's effects are outstanding in what they do in that film. Nice. But I mean, I've seen plenty of other films that are similar to that.
What about
Jeanette? Like the color in his work, it's such a big part of the image. It's just beautiful. You can see that he has, or whoever he's using, has the same eye for all of the films. They just have such a similar look.
My only experience with it has been, just like you had said before, in After Effects. And I have only dabbled in... I've never used it. Burton Snowboard.
I don't want I don't want people commenting on this and be like, After Effects isn't used for that.
But you can grade in After Effects.
Well, you can grade in Premiere Pro.
Yeah. But the thing about After Effects, though,
is... what is it?
I think After Effects is more...
Magic Bullet.
Yeah.
That's another... that's the kind of bloody end, isn't it?
Those are films with budgets. Have you seen any no-budget or very low-budget films that you've been really impressed? Let's say you're at a film festival and you think to yourself, oh, that is well-colored.
Yeah, I think they tend not to, don't
See, exactly, because they're not spending the money on color grading.
Look at Clerks.
He
just went black and white.
Yeah.
On purpose.
And he had color for Clerks 2, and that was a horrible movie, so there you go.
It's so true. Like, black and white is just kind of like, I just can't handle color temperatures. I can't handle all this stuff. Just black and white. Let's make it high contrast.
Go to the core of the script.
Well, I mean, he only had access to black and white.
Aronofsky did it with Pi also.
Black and white?
Yeah, it was all black and white.
Okay. Well, it's good that we're talking about black and white films on our... color.
Well, I mean, like, that was low budget, and look what it did for Aronofsky. It made
absolutely. I think because you got to focus on the story, And,
I mean, he
Clerks,
took that
it was on the dialogue and the characters. There was the story.
If you strip everything back and make something simple, that's maybe you remember Baz Nolan.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that Container that was called?
Yeah, Container he did,
Black and white again, and, quite grainy in points, but it just worked. He found something that worked in that space, and...
So we decided,
black and white
through color grading, go black and white for all your films.
Yeah, I do think that you can give footage some personality, and those tools are out there, and we're always talking about digital revolution, it's great that we have cameras, it's great that we have editors, but we also do have those tools to add a bit of contrast, to push the shadows to have a blue hue or whatever you want to do. And I think maybe as long as you're not too heavy-handed with it, it's definitely something to look to.
I mean, I've
been accused of being too heavy-handed.
I'm too heavy-handed in every sense of my life. I've got the subtlety of a warthog.
Well, I'm very subtle. I will say, though, I have watched color grading videos and stuff because I'm constantly trying to get color grading right. And I'll watch the video, I'll copy what they're doing, and mine looks terrible. And it's like, What am I doing wrong?
Are we going to color grade this episode?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's editing it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's my turn to
I'd
edit,
like
so,
this to be the moment where
absolutely.
it cuts to black and white.
yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to drop the.
Well, we
black.
shot this with quite a strong profile. This is all shot with the Canon portrait profile.
Yeah.
So this would not be an ideal thing to
Color grade.
color grade. We should have shot cine.
So I'll switch it to black and white. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do a slow fade to black and white.
Yeah.
And so by the time we get to this point, it'll be all in black and white. And,
then
the
maybe just
audience
start to
will
up
be
the
like,
contrast.
oh my God, I didn't even notice it was so subtle.
Maybe you can leave one thing, like maybe just this red in
Oh,
it.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah. Mhm.
Schindler's List, is it?
Yeah, we're basically,
Schindler's
yeah, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Do we have time for mine, or should we just call it, how much time do we have left? No, we're good.
Are we at
That's it.
30 seconds?
Okay,
10
okay.
seconds? Give me a number,
No.
people.
So
Number?
we're getting the flag to wrap up. So we're going to wrap up this episode. Let us know what you think of the new set. Let us know what you think of the sound. Let us know what you think of the slowly getting to
Sure, I
black
parked
and
in the red
white.
zone.
Tell us what you think of Andrew being on the show. And of course, tell all of your friends to subscribe to this channel because it's the best channel on YouTube. See ya.
If Andrew gets 10 comments, he gets to stay.